Remember those times when you were so lost in something that it made hours feel like minutes? Maybe you were building this elaborate pillow fort, painting a masterpiece, or even daydreaming about being the next astronaut to walk on Mars. That magical feeling, the desire that drives us to do something, is passion. Yet, somewhere along the way, a lot of us stop believing that we can feel that way in our daily lives. We start to think of passion as a luxury, like a first class ticket that only a lucky few get to enjoy. Hey, I am Sanvi Nazri. I'm a ninth grader who's passionate about coding, and today I want to challenge the whole idea of what passion really means. We've all heard of the phrase, follow your passion. But let me ask you, what if you have no idea what that passion is? Or what if your passion is binge watching YouTube? What do you do then? We've made passion sound like this big, epic, magical thing that suddenly descends upon you like a lightning bolt. But what if passion isn't some grand discovery? What if instead it's something that you create, moment by moment? I used to think that passion was something you just found. You'd stumble upon it one day, like you're in the grocery store with your mom, and there it is. Oh, look, I found my passion. But then I came across a different perspective. As the writer and philosopher Albert Schweitzer once said, success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. That quote changed how I viewed passion. It taught me that passion wasn't about discovering the most perfect thing to do. It isn't even about what you do. Rather, it's about how you do it. It's about bringing joy and curiosity into whatever you're doing right now. Now, passions can take many forms. For some, it's the thrill of solving a math problem, while for others, it's the joy of creating art or even coding. Passions can be unexpected. It can be found in different ways. It could be a hobby you never thought you'd enjoy or a skill you didn't even know you had. Let me tell you a story. When I was in fourth grade, my mom introduced me to coding. Now, at first, I thought, great, now I gotta end my sentences with a semicolon. But then I started writing small programs and I found myself completely absorbed. I spent hours on end solving problems, debugging code, and experimenting with new ideas. When I'm deep into coding, it feels like time stands still. I remember one night being so deep into it that I stayed up until 1 a.m. just to get my app to work. And my mom was this close to turning the lights off. But when I finally solved the problem, it felt like a personal triumph. Unfortunately, the journey isn't always so smooth. I once spent weeks working on a coding project only for it to crash right before the deadline. I was devastated. But instead of giving up, I learned from that mistake. It taught me patience and resilience. Take J.K. Rowling, for example. Before she became the world famous author that she is, she faced rejection after rejection 26 times. Yet she kept writing, fueled by her passion for storytelling. Her journey teaches us that passion can push us through adversity. The real magic happens when our passions connect with what we care about. It shows that our interests can lead to greater fulfillment and impact in the world. For me, that moment came during the pandemic when I worked on a project to build an app that helps people track their vaccinations, manage them, and send out reminders. I saw how my love for coding could actually help out others, and it completely transformed the way I viewed it. It wasn't just about coding anymore, it was about creating something more meaningful. Now, some of you might be sitting here and thinking, well, I don't have that. I haven't found my passion yet. And that's okay, because it's the journey in finding your passion is where the real excitement lies. So take a moment to think about what's that one thing you could never imagine living without? Start with what excites you, even if it's something small or silly, and follow that excitement. Every day is a new chance to discover something that makes your heart race. So be willing to be a beginner. Set aside an hour to explore something new. It could be a new craft, a new sport, or even it could be a simple dance move to begin with. Who knows? You might just stumble upon something you love to do. And let's bust a myth here. Passion, you don't have to find just one of them. The truth is, you can have many, and those passions can change over time. And what excites you at 13 might not excite you at 30. That's okay. It's also okay if your passion isn't what society deems as important or successful. You don't have to be the best in the world at it. You just need to love it. Passion doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be yours, something which gives you joy when you do it. The key is to stay curious, to follow the breadcrumbs of your excitement and see where they lead you. So, what's the takeaway here? Passion isn't this treasure that you need to hunt down. It's something that you create, nurture, and build over time. It's about embracing curiosity, learning from your mistakes, and giving yourself permission to love what you love. In the end, let me leave you with this thought. If you knew you couldn't fail, what passion would you pursue? And even if you fail, keep trying. Thank you.